Coming up, let's turn to business news now, though. Nona, hi Nona.
Hello.
The latest ASB Regional Economic Scoreboard shows the rural sector is outperforming urban regions when it comes to economic growth. Now, this is a kind of fascinating little assembly of telltale signs, right?
Yeah, so basically the ASB has been looking at regional economic growth, and that's like all the regions and seeing how they're doing against each other. So this is about growth, not necessarily the size of the contribution, but whether or not they're growing or not. And what it's showing is that the regions are outpacing the urban centers in terms of economic growth, which is kind of, people would think, oh, that's sort of a surprise. But no, our economy is very much a rural focus. Yeah.
In some cases, this is growth from a relatively low base. This is quite poor regions.
Some of them.
Yeah, up. But what are the factors that are leading this?
Well, it's tourism. And so, of course, tourists are not spending all their money in Auckland and Wellington and or Christchurch. They're spending their money in Nelson and Marlborough and Tasman. They're going down to Otago. They're, so those tourist areas are doing very well. As well, the dairy sector has come back, and agriculture.
Not much dairy farming in Auckland, Wellington.
Well, no, there's not much of that. And also, part of the problem with Auckland is that it's slipped down to it's way down, 13 in the list, so it's not anywhere near the top, and it's down 4 points.
13 out of how many? 14, 15, 16?
Yeah.
Bloody
so
hell,
it's
Auckland.
well down
Come on, Auckland.
Yeah, Auckland, you're way down there. Now, part of the reason is that we don't have capacity to even welcome more tourists. So if you have a hotel in Auckland, yeah, you're doing well because you can fill your rooms every night, but you can't get any more visitors and you just don't have any more room. So no room at the inn.
Right.
And that no vacancy sign makes a big difference when it comes to economic growth.
Who's number one?
Number one is Tasman. They moved up, and they got the gold star. Otago has made it up with bronze.
I'm sounding like Casey Kasem doing the American Top 40. Who's the biggest mover? No,
Marlborough.
Right.
Yeah, all that wine. People are loving it. And, it's not surprising. Like, recently we heard that New Zealand has become the third largest importer. The United States importing most of their wine comes from Italy, France, and New Zealand.
Sauvignon Blanc, right, which is the great Marlborough Groves.
Yes,
Not only,
and
but
that's
that is
value.
still number one in the US and Daylight second, I think. Yeah.
It's quite a long, it's good. So anyways,
fascinating.
It's pretty interesting. And what's also interesting is that Wellington is down on the bottom, but it's showing some strength. It's number 10th.
It's above Auckland. Wellington is all like that.
Yeah, but it was 16 before. It's moving up.
Right.
Wellington's moving. And Canterbury's got lots of opportunity for expansion.
And down the bottom there...
West Coast. Okay, let's not talk about that too much.
But Bruce Smith, did you hear Bruce Smith on Morning Report this morning?
No, I did not.
Talking about sheep's balls and the opportunity to eat. I think that West Coast will be having a boom weekend.
Sheep balls.
Oh, it was magnificent.
Okay, I don't think we have that on our list of economic
that'll be a big driver on the West Coast, I think. Thanks, Nona. How did the markets end the week?
Well, really good, actually. Funny, you would have thought all this trade talk, but really what's made the markets very happy in Asia is the discussion that potentially might happen between the world leaders of North Korea and the United States. Donald Trump, yes. He's doing other things than talking about trade. They might actually meet.
Yeah, we covered that at the top. We're going to go back to CNN in Washington later. But
so along with the rest of the region, our index rose nearly 0.4%, up 31 points. To 8,390, pretty strong finish to the week. Kiwi dollar 72.7 US cents, 93.3 Australian, 52.6 pence.
Nona Peltier, thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
And you.